Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Hello, welcome to episode 70 from June the 17th of the year 2022. Today is a Friday. Today episode is called The Cosmic Awakening is in Full Force. We're going to win this. What I intend with this title is this process I've shared with you on many episodes. If you are a new subscriber of the channel, I suggest if you want to go and watch some of the older videos, I explain what is going on in my interpretation. These are my feelings. That's why I have a disclaimer at the beginning. These are my feelings, just a guy expressing his feelings on the internet. I don't know if I'm right. I certainly don't care. I've gotten totally away from that, from the belief that there's only one truth. The truth is multidimensional. It's the angle we watch, each of us watch things. And I'm saying watch through our eyes. Okay, that's a metaphor. It's the way we look at things. And this is the way I look at things. So maybe this resonates with you, vibrates with you, and it's something that interests you. So we're going to watch a video that is going to explain the symptoms, not necessarily physical, but emotional and all kinds of symptoms you might be feeling lately. And as I'm speaking lately, it might be the last year, it might be the last 10 years, all your life. It depends, because this process has been going on for centuries, but it has really picked up the last 30 years and gone exponentially since 2012. And I think right now the speed is just really, really fast. And all of this is related to what is happening in Earth reality 2022, 2020, 2019, in the sense that the system, and if you look at my older videos, I explain what the system is. Basically, we are under the force of evil that controls the Earth for their own purposes, okay? They have their own purposes. Basically, the most important one, there were two purposes. One, the exploitation of gold in Earth. Gold is gone. The Anunnaki took that. They need gold for their own evil purposes. And the other very important, only left reason they exploit us is they exploit our emotions, okay? So they exploit our energy, good energy, by making us vibrate lower, by making us go into these bad emotions such as hate, fear, envy, lust. I explained it many times, justice, vengeance, all that, violence. When they do you feel these emotions, you actually play for them. You are giving them bad energy, which recharges their batteries called black goo. And that's how they're able to operate and continue existing in the anti-universe. That's where they are. There's a universe and there's an anti-universe. There's matter and there's antimatter. There's love and there's fear and hate. So all of this, you have heard of this, the theory of polarity, that there's positive and there's negative. Yes, the way I see it a little bit different is in the true universe, there's only positive, okay? There's only love. There's only one way to go, which is becoming your best version of you, becoming your ascended master, the ascended master, your beacon of love and guidance. You're going to become, and you're going to go on forever like that, just beaming love throughout the universe, assisting beings and everything that requires your assistance without interfering, living in perpetual balance, okay? So let's watch the video. It's very interesting. It's a little bit long. It's 7 minutes, but it's very interesting stuff. As always, I include the link to the creator in the show notes because it's a very well-done video. So you might want to watch some other videos by this creator. Actually, some of the Instagram and links pop up on the screen. I couldn't take them out. And it's good that they pop up. So if you're interested in this creator, certainly please go and watch their material. It's really good stuff. So let's watch the video and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts.
Number 1. One of the most profound signs of a spiritual awakening is the desire to be of service to others and to create more of a community-based environment dedicated to humanitarianism and harmony. You easily forgive and let things go, easier than you ever did before. You may also have a strong sense to assist animals and/or the environment. These things are coupled with the fact that there's very low tolerance to entertain petty arguments, lower negatively charged conversations, and even many societal structures that you once believed to be inevitable. You simply don't have time for those things anymore. Judgment of others begins to dwindle away, and there's a strong feeling of love towards all life. You'll find yourself less interested in gossip and trivial conversation that carries little significance. In fact, negative encounters may even make you feel sick at times due to your own releasing of negative vibrations and energy. Number 2, you feel more comfortable being your authentic self and have a strong desire to live your truth as your spiritual essence. As you navigate through a spiritual awakening, you will find that others are not on the same wavelength as you. At first, this may be disheartening or even difficult, because you may have the desire for them to see and experience things the way that you do. However, as you assist others with their own spiritual awakening, merely by being in their presence, there comes a lessening of attachment to their current space and a move into what authentically makes you happiest. You don't require attention or acceptance of others to be happy. You follow your spiritual path easily, and you unapologetically live in a way that aligns with your deepest spiritual desires for self and for all. Number 3, you have an awareness of reality that goes beyond the physical senses. You may discover that much of what you've learned in your lifetime has been a veil designed to show itself at just the right moment so that you begin to explore otherworldly explanations about reality. Seeing beyond any illusions, you feel a sense of great mystery and a strong desire to uncover truth regarding that. You want to know who you really are and why you are here. You may even feel as though you want to go home, as if you don't belong here anymore. You may also have the strong desire to gain knowledge of new spiritual practices as a means to connect with divine wisdom and deeper understanding. Number 4, your physical body is no longer tolerant of things it once was, as new spiritual realizations are integrated. For example, you may encounter food allergies or feel a strong desire to change your overall diet. You may feel the urge to cleanse yourself of toxins or the need to be in nature more. Just as the consciousness goes through a big shift in a spiritual awakening, so does the body. As the cellular structure begins to change to accommodate higher frequencies within the body, you start to experience a new level of consciousness regarding your everyday physical health. Number 5, your physical senses are picking up on new things and indicate a heightened perception. Some experience seeing things such as shimmering objects, white or glittery particles, and auras of people, animals, or objects. Many people also report a ringing of the ears or even hearing beeps and tones. Seeing and hearing unusual things indicates the experience of different dimensions and a connection to new energy. You may find yourself waking up at night often, especially between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m. Known as the cleansing and releasing hours, this is a time when many things are going on in the dream state, and a person may need to leave that state by waking up momentarily to take a break. Number 6, you are experiencing short-term memory loss, loss of identity, feelings of inner turmoil, and/or feelings of being outside of your body. You have a sense of being disconnected from this world. These things indicate the experience of being in more than one dimension at a time. As you begin to awaken spiritually and descend in your consciousness, you elevate to different states of vibrational energy. This will cause you to rise above your normal 3D experience of reality, and you may find yourself going back and forth as a part of this transition and even experiencing some disconnects. You may also be experiencing a clearing away of old patterns as you begin to embody a truer version of you who aligns with your spiritual essence. The old you will have identified with an old paradigm. Therefore, your body will begin to adjust accordingly to the new one to catch up with your consciousness shift. Number 7, you experience a sudden change or disappearance of habits, social circles, daily activities, career, or even the overall path you thought you might have been on. This indicates that you are evolving and that your previous surroundings no longer match your new vibration. Your physical circumstances will be in a state of being rebalanced, and you may find your life going in a completely different direction than you thought it would. Number 8, you're experiencing anxiety, panic, or depression. Not everyone will experience this, but for those who do, when you begin to embrace a sense of oneness with the universe, the ego loses much of itself. The portion of the ego that is intact then becomes afraid. This is referred to in psychology as ego death, which is a complete loss of oneself or the subjective self-identity. This creates confusion and vulnerability, as patterns of survival needed in a 3D reality begin to fade away because they are no longer needed. Additionally, these symptoms indicate that the outer world is not yet in alignment with the inner, higher vibrational person you have become, which may not feel very good. Our emotions are our outlet for release. The more we release, the more we are able to ascend and awaken to a new, lighter reality. If you are experiencing these symptoms, know that it will pass and that feelings of love, freedom, security, and unity will come rushing in to take their place once the ego has completely surrendered to the process. Number 9, you're experiencing vivid or lucid dreaming often and/or increased intuition. Vivid or lucid dreaming may seem very real and come with very real messages for you. Many say that in their dreams they know they are not actually dreaming at all. They are aware of the fact that they are dreaming and/or it feels as if they are awake within the dream. These dreams may also assist you in releasing lower vibrational energy so you can ascend more quickly. You may also find your intuition is quite heightened. You just know things without physical evidence on the front end and rely more on your gut instinct. You may even have flashes of visions or other sensory perception throughout your waking hours. And number 10, you open up to the realization that you're the creator of your life and begin to take more responsibility for your thoughts, decisions, and actions, which make up your overall dominant vibration. You may even begin to see many patterns and synchronicities that confirm this, such as repeating number patterns or being in complete alignment with others and situations that match your vibrational frequency. A spiritual awakening in the process of ascension is a rediscovery of who and what you are, a spiritual being having a human experience. It's an ongoing process of realizing and expanding. It washes away any societal conditioning and nourishes a deeper understanding and connection with the inner being and all that is. Realize that all that you are experiencing with your awakening is going to be okay. You may find that some parts of it jar you, and you may find many other parts of it to be exhilarating. Know that all is as it should be. You are divine, loved, and intended for.
Okay. So as always, I include the link to this creator, to this video, and of course you can then access some other videos from this creator. It's very good stuff. I agree with most of it. If I go through the list of what I agree with or not, we're going to be here a while. So it's really good stuff. I cannot take anything of what this lady was saying. I want to share with you a little story that happened to me yesterday, actually. And I was in the evening, trying to meditate, to relax, which the way I explain it on several episodes now is you put your senses on idle, similar to when you're sleeping. So your 5 senses go on idle. I consider the brain a 6th sense. The brain cannot go completely on idle. It has to stay operating because the brain is the one that keeps your physical body alive through your automatic systems, through the autonomous nervous system. And but there's a way just to clear your mind, that say clear your mind. Just don't think about anything. And I started having, I don't want to call it a vision, but something like that, that I was flying. I had this vision when I was a child a lot through dreams. Basically dreaming that I would wake up because I would get really afraid I was flying, but through the universe, you see. And after years of, trying to discover what was that, I realized there were true memories, or I was probably doing that in that moment, in that dream. What they, in the video, call lucid dreaming, or also astral experiences or astral travels. Of course, my parents got, because I had 5, 6 years, I was 5, 6 years old. So they got a little bit nervous about that because it happened to me a while that I would wake up really afraid, I will say, because I was not understanding the experience as a child. And they took me to a doctor that said that I was watching too much TV. And in the 70s, where I grew up as a child, there were a lot of, TV series related to outer space. And especially they prohibited me for watching, I believe it was Space 1999, the one that the moon has a base and the moon gets out of the orbit of the Earth and starts traveling like a wandering planet throughout the universe. Very interesting stuff. I think it's related to Planet Nibiru because the moon was not respecting at all the rules of the universe. It was just wandering around like, visiting new solar systems and galaxies and all that. And of course, nothing happened to the humans that were inhabiting the lunar base, and they had their own spaceships. Very interesting stuff. I mean, for the 70s, it was pretty advanced. So they prohibited me as a child. I could not watch the series. I remember they would show it, I think it was 9 p.m. on a local channel and weekly. And my parents said, no more Space 1999 for you, okay? Because it upsets you. No, not at all. It's not related at all. I was having astral travels. I was having lucid dreaming. So yesterday I had an episode. It has been a while since I had something like that. It kind of happens to me when I meditate. But yesterday was very crystal clear. And I was again traveling around and their friends, because you see, we have friends on other places, okay? That's why I insist a lot, if you are a subscriber of the show, you have watched several of my videos, that you must enjoy this reality with your family and friends, basically with every human being, but of course, with the ones that align with you, which are your family and friends. It's very, very important, because once you leave Earth, you are not going to see them again. Okay, they're going to go unchanging. As the video says, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. Yes, 100% resonates with me. That's the part of your self-discovery I insist pretty much. You are an eternal being, okay? Half of you, of your human experience, is eternal. The other half is related to planet Earth, which is a physical, biological body coming from planet Earth. So when they say something, God-given DNA, it's an accurate statement. And let me explain why. God doesn't go and create every body on every planet. He has kind of given that authority to planets themselves to decide even if they want to have physical, biological life. So that's why there are planets that are only rocks. That's what they decided. There's no biological life, zero. That doesn't mean there's spiritual life. Of course, you can have an experience in that planet. It's going to be very different from planet Earth. Planet Earth, Mother Gaia, has decided to have this experience with millions of species and different type of biological animals, and we humans are just one of millions or billions of species created by Mother Earth, okay? That's your human animal part. There's an episode around 30, 40 episodes ago that I couldn't put the word I wanted to use, but I said, you're a soul, you're a human, and you're an earth being. I wanted to call it an animal because that's, yes, we're an earth biological physical animal. Okay, that's our 50% of being a human. The other 50% is your eternal soul created by God the Source. Okay, yes, that's directly created by God the Source. He created a copy of himself as you. Okay, so the mixture of the two is the human. Without any of the two parts, the human is gone. So when your physical body stops existing, physical death as you know it, the human experience is gone, it's ended. So you return to be 100% spirit as you go other experiences, which there might be the mixture of going with a biological body or not. Okay, so for example, in a planet that is only a rock, you're going to be a spirit and you're going to have an experience. I don't know, short, long, I don't know. I don't know even if you could go and have an experience alone. So that's why I insist experiences are different. They're not good or bad, but they're very different. But what I wanted to share from yesterday's stories is I believe I saw some friends. That's how I felt, because I was flying, and as I was looking side to side, they were smiling to me saying, hey, good to have you back. That's the feeling I got, and it was a beautiful experience. That doesn't mean I love them more than I love my family here on Earth, my friends here on Earth. Okay, it's different. It's just different. But for a second, I was back with friends from other places. I don't know. I've always been told I'm very strong related to the Blue Avians and also the Pleiadians. But I've been many things, okay? And you have been many things, but it's up to you if you want to discover it. It's very interesting stuff. But as the video says, it can also give you a little bit of anxiety, or it can give you other physical symptoms. I wanted also to mention something about waking up 2 to 4 a.m. It has been happening to me for around 10 years now. There's another element going on, because that's a key hour. It's a key hour of the night when you go into deep sleep, and there are two kind of things going on. The physical processes, the cleansing of your body, the liver goes into the cleansing mode, okay? So that's why it's very important, if you can, if I can suggest to you, don't have heavy dinners, okay? Because the best way to go, in my opinion, is to have a heavy breakfast, kind of medium lunch, and very light dinners, because then you prepare your body, and even if you can stop having eating at night, it's actually much better. And you prepare your body for the cleansing, physical cleansing going on at night, okay? So they want to interfere with that process, so you're more toxic, you have more physical problems, and they want to interfere with the spiritual process going on at night. That is, you do these astral travels, these lucid dreamings, okay? These spiritual processes you need to connect to these other places, you need to connect to the universe, okay? So yes, I agree with the video that 2 to 4 a.m., it may be too much for you to bear, and you wake up, like say, okay, it's too much. That might be one part. But I also know, and I agrees with me 100%, and someone told me this, and I totally believe it, that there, through the cellular network, not only 5G, this is not exclusive to 5G, even the 3G, the 4G, the 2G, this has been going on for tens of years, that they, even the HARP system, you know, there is a different system from the cellular network of EMF pollution, EMFP. They send signals at night to interfere with your brain, because remember, your brain is responsible for all your body. So they deliberately send signals to wake you up and interfere both the physical process and the spiritual process, okay? So I don't have any good solutions for that. Maybe you have not been experiencing that, and that's good. This probably means that they are not able to mess with you. But what I do is I take lavender oil. Lavender oil works for me. I put like 4 to 6 drops of lavender essential oil in my forehead. You can get it in the usual places online. I'm not gonna share a brand because I don't wanna do that, but you know, most of the ones, just make sure it's not GMO and that it's totally organic, and that's fine. And I put 4 to 6 drops, and that knocks me out in around 30 minutes, and I go back to sleep from, let's say, 3 to 6 or 7, which is the time I wake up. Okay, that works for me. It's if it's the natural part that is waking up, I wish I could sustain it, because it's great. If it's the artificial one, the one the evildoers are doing, shame on them. But that's one of the tens and hundreds of ways they want to mess with us. But finally, just to close the episode, I wanted to share something. The cosmic awakening is in full force. That's what I've been told recently. this week actually, and there are a lot of unconscious awakening going on. So people you see, they see system people, what I call system people, basically attaching to ego, attaching to everything that the evildoers are trying to do, everything you watch in TV, people that watch CNN, all that, system people. But when they're living this reality through the ending of their physical body, and then, as I said, the human experience ends and you become a soul, then they're really awake and they're breaking the matrix. So I'm really happy to hear that. And that for me is another reason, because the evildoers know this information, that they're really pushing along with this, trying to dump us down through everything, the injections, the media, which media works for them. Okay, I think certainly mainstream and part of the alternative media works for them. And they're really pushing along this idea. And because they know there's this cosmic awakening is really going exponential. And I'm very happy that even if it's not consciously visible here on Earth, when all these people you're hearing are passing, a good percentage are saying, I know this is not it. I know it's not about the light. I know I shouldn't go into the light. I should go into the universe to discover myself, to go into another experience. Okay, it's not that Earth is bad. Earth is changing. Okay, change is near, as I always say. And Earth is going to go into a different experience, more beautiful than the one you have right now, because Earth is extremely beautiful. Mother Gaia is beautiful, but it's controlled by the evildoers, this experience, as David Icke says, and we're going to realize the truth very, very soon. I think we are in changing days. I don't want to call it end days because I don't like the word end. This type of experience is going to end and a better one is going to start. So for me, that's change, okay? So please relax. Whatever happens, just think about that you're an eternal being, that you're going to go into different experiences if this one ends, and everything is going to be fine, okay? Please relax. And as always, if you have any doubts on this subject, please, I share my email at the start and end of every episode. The reason I don't include it in the show notes is just for spam bots, because they start bothering you. But if you're interested, send me an email. I respond to all my emails. And also, if you're interested, I've shared it before. We have had already one guest on the show. The channel is only 3 months old, and we had Harald Klaus Vela. But I would love to speak and hear your opinion on all these things. And the only thing I ask back is that the subject that we discuss is a positive one. I'm not going to discuss the vaccine. I'm not going to discuss, physical symptoms of people dying and all that, and, and gross stuff and fear porn and fear mongering. I don't want to do an episode on that with you. I mean, I want to do a positive episode. So if the subject is positive, if we're going to both be positive about it, I would love to have you in the show and discuss things. All right. So thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Please enjoy your family and friends as much as you can. And by the way, I spoke about my friends from Wake in the Future many times. Joel from Wake in the Future is getting married this Sunday. Congratulations, Joel. We send you our best, of course. And I hope you have a great wedding and you enjoy it very much with family and friends, as we are supposed to do. All right. Thank you very much. I send you all my love. And please enjoy your weekend. Please stay for the last 2 minutes of the show. This is very important stuff. This is what I share. This is like my promotional to you. It's very quick. And basically when I tell you that all about this is about you discovering yourself. All right. Have a great weekend. Please stay for the last 2 minutes. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.